You're listening to the Dude What podcast, where we review bad media and have a laugh while enjoying beer with your host, Harry and Tomo. Enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of your favourite podcast, Dude What? My name's Harry Dowling, and as always, I'm joined with my best friend and co-host. It's the big bad T-Lad himself, the one and only T-Laddington. It's Tomo. How the hell you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm alright, thanks, dude. Not too bad, too bad.
Good.
What you been up to, man?
Well, I would say it's been eventful, but it really hasn't.
Yeah, it's another one of those weeks, isn't it?
It's another one of those boring weeks. I've literally worked and slept.
Yeah.
That's literally my highlight of the week.
Okay.
What about yourself?
Mate, well, just before we move on to me, I was going to say, you do a lot of, like, gaming, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you playing these days?
I play a lot of Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah.
Like Warzone, mostly.
Yeah, still playing that?
Play Rocket League.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty fun.
I'm not a big fan of Rocket League.
No?
No, to be fair, I'm not really a big fan of Call of Duty anymore.
No, my mate Jamie's not a fan of Rocket League. But he likes COD, though. He likes playing COD.
Yeah, I think that I like sort of the arcadey sportsness of it.
Yeah.
But I find that the problem with sports games for me is, like, they're so repetitive. After, like, maybe 3 or 4 games, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore, you know? I don't want to play.
Yeah.
It just gets boring.
Yeah.
Call of Duty is similar, but you can obviously play it loads more. But I totally lost interest when they changed the map up.
Yeah.
And that was absolutely ages ago now.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, but when you were playing, all you were playing was for dance. Normal Battle Royale. They have, like, Rebirth Island.
Oh, it's crap, man.
Nah, it's awesome.
Nah, it's crap.
No.
I mean, a lot of people play it, and it's extremely popular, but it's crap.
The main map is rubbish.
Nah. I mean, to be fair to you, like, I was here the other day, and I was just sort of sat here while you were playing, and you did get a victory on it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, I know people that get loads of victories and stuff, but
that's like my
I've just never had
45th victory.
What the hell, man?
That's not that much. My mate's got like 102.
No way.
Oh, what the hell?
That's cool, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. So just standard
yeah. Work, gaming, sleeping.
That's pretty much the same with me, except, like, I've just been getting used to the area that I'm in now. Today, I spent, like, the whole day doing flat pack furniture, assembling all that stuff.
Right, IKEA stuff.
Yeah, it was IKEA stuff, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Went to an IKEA, and it's, like, the first time I've been since I was a little kid, so, like, I literally got no idea what it's like.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool, man. Like, I see how you can spend a lot of money in there.
Yeah, I've been there once, and it's a maze.
Yeah, it is. Like, it's cool how it's set up. Like, you're walking through all these different sort of, like, staged rooms and stuff. And you're, like...
showing you everything.
Yeah, and you, like, look at the products, look at, like, the code, and then all of this, you then go downstairs in the warehouse section, and you just pull it all off shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typical, though. We went... because I was like, let's get Fiona a new wardrobe, because we need one in the new house. Yeah. I was sort of thinking, I want to get myself something nice, you know. I saw this, like, very cheap but very cool looking unit that you could put against a wall, and it was like different sort of sections, and you could put a TV in it if you wanted to. You could put, books, shelves, anything, and it was only like 40 something quid, which is like cheap, So I was like, I really want that. Of course, it's like the one thing that was out of stock.
Oh.
So, but got some cool little plants and stuff. But mate, those IKEA instructions, they aren't actually that great. Because we had a little bit of a conversation about this earlier, and you were like, "What was the instructions like?"
I was like, "I bet they're garbage because they're usually terrible instructions."
Well,
or they don't come with any, or they miss items.
Well, all the items were there, everything was there. The booklet was massive, but the problem was like none of the individual pieces, the panels of this wardrobe I was assembling, were marked.
Yeah, so there's no like stickers with A or B and stuff.
Exactly. So you're having to like look at it, look at the diagram, look at how many like little screw holes there are, and like
look at the sizes
of
them
like
and
properly.
Stuff. Yeah.
It didn't help that like obviously we're, there's still stuff around, and the room I was putting in was cramped at the time, and like
yeah.
But got it done eventually. It's all done. She's happy with it. Yeah, that's that's basically the highlight of my week.
Nice.
Grabbed a cheeky KFC on the way home. 10 fillets for $4.99.
Nice.
And a zinger stack. Can't complain.
Nice.
I wanted to mention to you, actually, Tomo. I always talk about how I love movies from 1999.
Yeah.
That it's literally my favourite year for cinema. There's so many really, really good films that came out then. It's literally like there's way too many to count. There's so many great ones.
Yeah.
I'm not going to list them all, but one of them is The Mummy, and I love the Mummy films. Just grew up with them. They're great.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser is literally just a great actor, nice guy. I don't know. He's basically had a rough time and hasn't been in any films in a long time.
Yeah.
And some of the sort of movie news that I saw this week, although when you're listening to this is probably going to be weeks old, but some of the movie news I heard was that he's now starring. I knew he was starring in a couple other things coming up, but he's now starring in a couple of really big films. One of them was a Scorsese film or something. So
that's cool.
Basically, he's coming back into the limelight, which is where he should be, because he's just a great guy. So he had a really rough time, and there was some alleged sexual abuse or something.
And shit.
And he got basically blacklisted from Hollywood. Nobody would work with him and stuff. But and a divorce or someone died or something.
Well, I was going to say, to be fair, if he did sexual abuse and stuff, he probably
No, not him. He got allegedly.
They alleged to it, and then he got blacklisted because of that.
Because it was apparently,
alleged.
Yeah, apparently he said that one of the, I don't know exactly who, but one of these high up people in Hollywood, groped him or something, and he tried to call him out on it.
Oh, and then he's been blacklisted.
Yeah, basically because of that.
What the hell?
Yeah, but he's coming up in loads of new things, which is great. They call it a renaissance because Brendan Fraser's coming back. Fantastic actor, really good. If you have you seen the Mummy films?
Yeah.
You seen all three?
Yeah, no, I think I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, I mean the first and second are the best. The third one's but it's good.
So speaking of them types of films, sort of that way, that based that sort of stuff to do with Egypt, ancient stuff.
Yeah, I love that adventure.
I always remember Scorpion King.
Yeah, well, that's a spin-off of the Mummy.
Yeah, I always remember that as a great film.
Yeah, I loved
enjoyed
that.
it. It was always creepy as hell when he had his head buried in the sand and there was scorpions all over him.
It was the ants.
Was it the ants?
Yeah.
Mate, it's still terrifying. And the fact that it's just a creepy film.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with Tom Cruise, and it's pretty crap. They rebooted it.
Oh, did they?
The Mummy, yeah, it's crap. I mean, it's good if it's just pointless Tom Cruise action fun.
Yeah.
But it's crap in terms of why the hell did they reboot the Mummy and not call Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should ask the original person.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He was great. They should have just. The thing is also is they scrapped Mummy 4 to do that film.
Really?
Yeah. Because Mummy 3 didn't do so well, and they were rebooting the whole Dark Universe thing.
Oh, so they were trying to reboot it to then get it traction again.
But every time they try and reboot this Dark Universe, which is supposed to be made up of all the classic Universal villains, it just falls flat. It just never works.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I think that brings us into our first little special part of the show. It's my favourite part of the show. It's everyone's favourite part of the show. Sorry, Tomo. It's What Are We Drinking? What are we drinking? This week, dude, I have chosen a beer that basically, I don't love it. It just has sort of value to me.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. It's because, well, let me just... I'll whip it out. Bear with me, everyone.
That sounds a bit...
Let me just whip it out.
Just put it on the table.
It's Old Empire IPA. And you're rolling your eyes, it's another IPA. I know. I don't love it that much either. I used to really like it, and I just sort of basically went right off it.
I feel like you intentionally buy IPA as soon as you know I'm just like, "Ah!"
No, I mean,
like the reaction from me.
I did look for a nice lager or fruity, but they didn't really have anything that was appealing. It was all like,
because WKD or something.
No way, man. It was all like brown ales and stuff like that, and I'm not down for that stuff.
Oh no.
But basically, a while back, everybody, I moved into your place with you.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a job. I was basically just hanging about, playing video games and lying around. And this was one of the beers that was sold at like the little shop around the corner from yours. And I used to buy just like quite a lot of these and loads of those. What were they like? Do you remember? They're like salted caramel peanuts.
Yeah.
And I would say
they
like,
were gross. You bought so many, and they got reduced as well. And you were like, I'll buy like 3-4 tubs. I was like, Jesus.
Tubs. I was eating so many.
Them tubs of them.
And I was saying to Tomo, like, on your way back from work, mate, grab me like two or three more tubs.
I was like, Jesus.
And basically eating those peanuts and drinking this beer, and it just reminds me of that now, you know, because I do, even though like that was like pretty crap, I remember it fondly.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun as well, just hanging out. It was cool.
But most of the time we didn't really hang out because like you didn't want the dog in your room because of the hairs everywhere.
Well, come on.
So I was just like always chill in my room whilst the dog was like scratching at the door, and I was just like, bruh.
Oh yeah, I remember Minky. All right, bear with me, everybody, while I crack open this can. I say crack open this can, crack open this bottle.
Crack open this can of beer with a bottle opener. This can with a bottle opener.
Right, so unfortunately,
God damn.
Unfortunately, it's pretty warm.
I don't even think it'd be nice if it was cold.
Mate, I think
oh,
it's not that bad. It
feels honestly. Anytime I have any IPAs, it feels like I've literally just sucked on a lemon.
No, that's nice. I'll tell you what. Try some again, but this time, chug it.
Hell no.
Yeah, go do it.
No.
Go for it, man. He's going for it. Just a couple chugs. Yeah. You got it.
Nah.
Nice. Fair play.
Oh,
it's
that's horrible.
Nah, it's okay.
That shit nasty.
So, I guess you wouldn't be buying it.
Hell no.
What would you give it?
A 2?
A 2? No, it deserves more than that, dude.
Hell no.
Okay.
I don't give IPAs good ratings because they just taste gross.
We're gonna find one, dude. We're gonna find one.
I don't think you will. I honestly, I don't know. I don't think you will.
I think we will. I think we're gonna get to that point where you're gonna crack open that IPA, you're gonna drink it, and you can be like, that's actually not bad. Which for Tomo is like, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, because I'm not a drinker. So.
Yeah. We'll find it. Well, I would give it probably like a 6 because it's still good, but it's definitely not the best. I mean, I would buy it over any like brown ales or amber ales or anything like that. But yeah, so I think that was this week's What Are We Drinking? It's tasty. I'm drinking a bit more of it now. It's nice.
No. Okay, I think it's time for my my little segment.
Yeah, man.
Tomo's Impossible Questions.
Tomo's Impossible Questions.
Alright, so basically, the premise of this is I ask a question that's usually hard to answer.
Yeah.
But in previous ones, it's been ones that you can answer sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just all a 50-50 whether my thought process... Well, my thoughts process before actually reading the question.
And then it's up to me and
the audience
to answer it.
Yeah. And if you want to answer it, you can let us know in the comments on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let us know on SpeakPipe. That's www.speakpipe.com/dudewhatpodcast.
You can hit us up or message on
Instagram
at dudewhatpodcast. We're on there all the time.
And obviously, if we get any messages, we'll be very quick to respond anyway.
Yeah.
Like, any interaction is great interaction.
Yeah.
So, anyway, should I get into this?
Yeah, man, do it. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Okay, my first one. If Cinderella's shoe fit her perfectly, why did it fall off?
That's a pretty good one. Well, I don't know. I can't quite... So is the scene that she's basically, like, she's walking up the stairs and it just falls off?
Yeah.
Or does she, like, trip or something?
I'm pretty sure it's just on her foot and she just walks and it just falls off. Well, she's, like, running or something.
What if she didn't have it on properly? You know what I mean?
But it, like, heels. So, like, you can't really be wearing them not properly without knowing about it.
How do you know, man?
Not like that. I mean, just, like, thinking about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, it would be a snug fit around your heel.
Yeah, like, if you weren't wearing it properly, you'd feel like you'd obviously feel it digging into your foot.
Yeah, but what if in that minute, as she was going up, it, like, started slipping off, and then, you know... I think it's still possible. I think if you were talking about some, like, lace up, anything with laces or anything...
Yeah.
Nah. Unless they were, like, undone.
It's just weird how it's, like, perfect fit, snug against their feet, and then it's, like, it fell off.
I don't know, man.
No?
I don't know. I don't think...
Well, if we don't know, so...
We've never had, like, issues like that, so maybe any, like, female listeners or anything, you know... Can heels just, like, fall off like that if you're just walking upstairs?
Especially if they fit perfectly?
Yeah. I don't know.
Just let us know. Viewers, let us know what you think. Viewers?
Cool.
Listeners.
Well, I like that one, man. You got another one for us?
Yeah. Why is vanilla ice cream white, but vanilla itself is brown?
Yeah. Okay. I get that. Yeah,
because
vanilla
it's like,
pods...
Because I understand you mixed it with milk, but at the same time, I feel like it'd go more dark. It would be more darker than that.
Yeah, I mean, vanilla pods are, like, obviously, like you know, dark brown.
Yeah.
But I think that...
It's like when...
Yeah, I don't know. I think that you'd need, like, a lot more of them for it to be darker. Because you need a lot of, like, cream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To actually make the ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, it's like, if it's dark and then you're mixing so much more white, I feel like it'd still be quite dark.
Yeah, I mean, I don't use it as enough to be able to know that one, really. I think that basically people have probably become, like, accustomed to seeing it that way.
Yeah.
You know, you see chocolate brown, strawberry pink.
Yeah.
You just sort of associate it with that, and now to change it, I mean, maybe you'd get, like, a fancy one with, like, a sort of a darker swirl through it.
Yeah.
But, like, to change it now, I think it probably wouldn't. People just wouldn't adjust with it, you know.
People would be like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, it's just
Where's
messing.
vanilla?
It's just messing with the.
Yeah.
You know, the thing of it.
Messing with the flow.
If vanilla was, like, dark brown, I don't think it would go. Yeah.
That confused. The Neapolitan look weird.
Yeah, it would. Brown, darker brown, pink.
Yeah. It's like, what? So it'd be like brown, pink, darker brown, wouldn't it? No,
because vanilla's usually in the... Yeah, you're right.
Vanilla's on the edge and pink's in the middle, isn't it?
I thought vanilla was in the middle.
In the end.
I don't know. Is there an order? Let us know if there's an order to...
I think there is. I think there would be.
If there's an order to a way the Neapolitan is made, let us know. Hit us up.
Yeah.
I got no clue.
I swear it's on the box. Or is it just the colour of the ice cream going through the box? Because it's, like, usually see-through.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I thought vanilla was in the middle. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, anyway, that was this episode.
Yeah, I liked it, dude.
Yeah, it's been a good...
Tomo's Impossible Questions. It was good. Good stuff.
It's a good one.
I'll probably put one of those on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Don't know which one. I quite liked the heel one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one will probably go on there because it makes you
Cinderella
think.
one.
Yeah, it makes you think a bit more than the other one. But that's good.
Hell yeah.
So this week, we watched a film, didn't we, dude?
Yeah, we did.
And this one was different, I think, because it was the first foreign film.
Yeah.
The first proper subtitled foreign film that we've done on the show.
One that's initial language isn't English.
Yeah. So we watched a film called Guardians, or The Guardians, 2017, by a director called Sarek Andreasian, and this film's Russian.
Andresian. I guess I don't
That's pretty good. I think this film was basically made. Well, we think it's like quite a big
budget,
like a big Russian blockbuster film.
Like it was like Guardians. Is like Guardians of the Galaxy in our side.
Yeah, well, I was going to say it's almost
country,
almost made like it's a Russian answer to the Avengers.
Yeah,
because it's more. It's not quite Guardians because that's like space.
Yeah, but it's like it's like budget.
Yeah, it's like an Avengers.
Action,
it's a team. Yeah. It's a team up superhero movie.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm aware, there aren't any films like before it. I think this is just the first one. I don't know. I'm probably super like ignorant in that. I literally don't know. But it basically is about a team, or what used to be a team of superheroes who were like genetically made, and they are recruited in a style which is like super generic these days, and cliched. They are basically recruited to hunt down an ex-member. But I mean, as we were going through the film, what actually was happening at the time was pretty hard for us to do because we were watching it on quite a small screen with the subtitles, and we didn't necessarily know what was going on really until the very end, I think, and then we sort of pieced it together. So it's a little bit sketchy in parts. But yeah, so it starts with, while the credits are rolling, the opening credits, a sort of a montage of testing and stuff like that, doesn't it? Like people undergoing like weird experiments and stuff.
Yeah. And
it gives you like a lot of information on the heads up. I'm pretty sure it's like all the origins for all of the characters.
Yeah, how they became.
Yeah, explained in like a minute.
Yeah, because it's like that they like have something to do with. I think it was like they become like immortal or something. They said it could do something for them, and then it ended up giving them like those powers.
Yeah,
and I don't think that was their initial thing.
I think it's sort of revealed that it was like the main villain in this. He sort of is the reason why they've got those abilities. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I think that was the case.
Or at least he was, like, part of them.
Yeah. After the credits are finished and, all this badass imagery and stuff that's all in Russian, that you can't read any of, after all that's done, it basically shows, like, a military training session, and you've got like colonels and all sorts of stuff, and they're basically unveiling their new weapon, which is like an AI tank.
Yeah,
you remember? But it's got like legs rather than wheels. You remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was like an AI like minigun thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had like
turret, it had like a fucking like a Gatling gun on it.
Yeah, it had all sorts of weapons on it, and it was like scuttling about and stuff. And I think that they were testing it to show it off.
Tanks.
Yeah.
Just firing at it.
But then something like it went rogue, basically, didn't it?
It was like once they shot at it, it like moved out the way, and then it started rolling around like it was one of those droids from Star Wars. What was it?
A droidica.
Yeah.
I just remember that. They were my favourite when I was a kid.
And I was like, that looked identical to that.
It did, didn't it? Yeah. It was like scuttling about, but it then basically like goes rogue and starts attacking the all of the tanks and things, starts killing people and whatnot, and it's basically the cause. What's the cause of it is that the main villain, who is just this like super jacked dude, but it's not just a big guy. He's in like a rubber suit kind of thing, or like a weird like prosthetic. He's like a big guy. Basically, he's broken out and he's like taking control of machines. That's his thing. You said, Tomo, that the film gave you Men in Black vibes, at least the beginning of it.
It was the beginning when as soon as they opened the doors to go into their like where everyone's doing all their work on the desks and everything down below, and they were looking over and had their symbol in the middle at the top, the big TV, and I'm just like, this literally just Men in Black vibes.
Definitely,
100%.
Yeah, like definitely inspired by. I think that's that scene.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's like scarily close.
Yeah, it was, but it was pretty good. Like I gotta say, like
I was impressed.
At this point, we were sort of into it. We were a little bit thrown by the quality of the subtitles we had, which were pretty poor.
Oh my god.
But what follows is really fast. They're like, here's the enemy, we need to form a team, you're in charge, go get them, basically. Yeah. And what follows is like a series of short scenes, which is basically the bulk of the film, actually.
I know, yeah.
Of them like assembling this team of Guardians. The first guy you're introduced to is this dude who's basically, he's in like a destroyed castle or something, wearing like medieval clothes almost, and he's praying.
Oh no, yeah, it's like it looked like a church.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think it was like a church area, but at least he was praying in the church area. But
Yeah,
I don't know
like,
whether it was like the whole thing was a church building or not.
I thought it looked like it was a castle or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's praying, and he prays for a long time, doesn't he? There's like maybe about a minute.
I can't remember what it says, like Bubba the ass or something. I have no idea.
We were watching it obviously with dodgy subtitles, and we thought that it was popping up with the like what might be the Russian word for praying, because he was obviously praying.
But he said it like 12 times.
But the subtitles weren't showing up like what he was actually saying for us, so yeah.
He might have been saying that. And we're like, what does that even mean?
I don't know, man. I don't know. As this film's Sam Jackson, this film's like Nick Fury character is, collecting these people. She turns up. She's a lady. She's got short blonde hair. She's like a badass character. She turns up, and he basically is not happy to see her, and shows what his power is, which is that he can move rocks with his mind.
Yeah.
But only rocks.
But it looks cool. It looks really cool when he does it. Like at the beginning, you thought it looks cool.
Yeah, because like they were tearing out the walls and stuff like that.
Yeah. And they were like, you're expecting to build like boulders and stuff like that.
Yeah. He then sort of, for every scene after that until like the very end of the film, became like a pretty boring character.
Yeah, when he was like in fight scenes with shooting rocks, it was like he was like chucking like pebbles at him.
Yeah.
Here's 12 stones at once. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to take the bloody building down or get a big boulder in there, but no.
Now, the next character you're introduced to was actually like a little bit of a hidden gem character. I thought he was pretty cool. I mean, like, a lot of him was shit, but a bit of him was pretty cool. Basically, we just called him the knife guy because we couldn't tell any of these people's names.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a character who's just standing like alone in the middle of a massive like desert, like an ocean bed desert, and there's like nothing about. He's just standing there, and he's got these two massive, super impractical circular blades on his back. And suddenly, out of nowhere, about
I think they're 3 cars.
Yeah.
3 cars with guys like with suits on in the back with miniguns.
Miniguns, yeah.
Mounted miniguns, and it's just like, what the fuck is this? The Yakuza?
Yeah, they turn up and they're just driving down at this guy. He then basically though
it goes to his shows a scene like where it like goes to his face.
Yeah.
And it's like his eyes turn white.
Yeah.
And it looks sick as fuck. And then he just like dashes towards them like super speed.
Yeah, he can like
goes through them.
He can like skip sort of places.
Yeah.
I mean, like he can like disappear, reappear. But yeah, he basically just runs straight through this car. Slices the whole car in half.
Appears on the other side and the car just drops.
It was pretty cool. Like he chopped through like the main bad guy in one like sweep. After he's killed all the guys, basically the same character turns up to recruit him. They also then recruit.
That's so weird. Can we talk about that?
Oh yeah.
Like how he goes, because it was the guy who appears there is the rock guy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how did he find him? He was in the middle of a desert.
He just strolls up, and it's like, whoa, hang on a minute.
What did that teleport guy teleport somewhere else quickly?
Where's he come from? He just walked 50 miles in the middle of the desert on his own to get to this guy.
And it's like...
And the guy would have seen him walking up for like an hour.
Yeah. And it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's just stupid. But anyway, he gets recruited. You then introduced a character who we called Bear Guy because basically he could just transform into a bear.
Yeah.
That was it. But he could transform, he could like half transform. So he could be like, massive bear torso with like legs, so it was more practical kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or just like full bear, which, happened a lot. But he was pretty janky, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of janky scenes with that.
Yeah, like surprisingly, some of the CG in this was pretty good.
Yeah.
And some of it was awful.
It's very questionable.
Yeah.
Like, there was them punch scenes where he was punching the bad guys, and it was like...
Yeah.
You could see how, like, just how terribly done the arms were.
There was that one bit where he kicked that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like jank, flew against the wall, and it was just like, took you out of it massively.
Yeah.
Your eyes, like, even someone who didn't know, anything about film would automatically look at that and be like, "Oh, what's that?"
Yeah, it's like me. I don't know much about, but it's like I was like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah. After they've recruited the bear guy, they then recruit basically like Invisible Water Woman, who is a performer, diver, who does a trick
show thing.
Yeah, who does a trick where she like dives into the water, comes out, and she's like invisible, basically, because she's wet. When she gets wet, she goes invisible. That's her.
Man, she was stuck in bed.
She then goes to her bedroom, private quarters, wherever she is. This film jumps around so much with the characters and where they are that you just lose track of it straight up. I mean, it doesn't help that, obviously we were reading subs that were tiny, but still.
And not properly done.
So, she's first introduced to the knife guy, who's just standing there, and he's trying to, like, tell her that they used to fight together or something. Did she have amnesia or something like that?
Yeah, she said that she forgot who she was.
I think she was part of the team.
But I don't understand is... Yeah, she was fighting that person, but she wasn't really getting anywhere.
Yeah.
With the fighting anyway.
She basically, like, starts trying to fight the knife guy, and then the rock guy, power guy, intervenes and starts fighting him. But the thing is he like...
He's the one he's at the door and he's just there with a rose and he's just like...
Yeah, just appears out of nowhere in her flat.
Yeah, and then it's like... Then the bear guy...
Yeah.
He's literally sat on the seat, like...
waiting for his chance to speak.
And it's like... How did she not know he was there the whole time?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
How did she walk into a house and not know that there were like 3 dudes just standing around?
Yeah.
It was stupid. This film was cheesy in parts.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, as I was looking up the score of this film, though, I did see that on IMDb it had the comedy tag on it. So maybe some of it was intentional.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. As I say, it's hard to judge the humour because we're not used to it.
Yeah.
There was a scene where the Invisible Woman character was like walking, she was like showing off her power, and she was like walking past some guards, and she was like, "Oh, I can do it, like I'm fine because I'm invisible." And she's walking past all these guards, and none of them are detecting her, but it's raining. There's like puddles, she's splashing around.
Yeah,
what the hell?
You cannot hear it, like, what?
Stupid. I noticed that I like fully just... I don't know, that got me. I had to write that down.
All you gotta do is look at the floor and just see random splashes.
Yeah,
and
there's like 9 guys she walks past as well, like right next to them.
Yeah.
Nah. There were a lot of cool shots in this. There were like some tank scenes that were pretty cool, where the tanks looked good. There was like a cool scene where the main bad guy he kills a major general. We don't know why. But he kills a general and then like blows up a massive tower. And as the tower is falling, like a load of helicopters come in and like catch it so that it can gently fall onto like a bed.
Which is like all these wires going around, and you're just like, how the fuck?
And then what follows is a scene that's like massive spectacle of basically like helicopters and trucks and everything transporting a massive building.
Which I think, honestly, that was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, the shots where it was all CG looked really good.
I just like the effort they put into it, to be honest.
The problem was when anything CG was interacting with something real.
Yeah.
That's where the jank appeared.
Yeah.
But after everyone has been recruited, which, as I said, is basically 3/4 of the film, the last quarter of the film is the big fight scene where they go off to basically just to fight the main boss.
Yeah.
You have a short montage beforehand of them getting like new suits, new weapons. I mean, some of them. What was the weapon that the rock guy had?
Oh, the whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the whip. His electrified whip.
It was like chunks of rock, wasn't it?
I think it was. It's like chunks of rock electrified. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to fight a guy who's electric with an electric whip. I just feel like that just seems a bit weird to me.
It was the way the guy was acting with it as well. Like, it was super strong.
He was acting so jank.
And yeah, it just was cheesy. A lot of it was real cheesy.
Like you're trying to tame a snake or something. It was really weird.
Probably the best suits that people had was the Invisible Woman girl, because her suit basically meant that she could go invisible whenever,
rather than having to get work from it.
And she could make other people invisible and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Like, that was probably the best suit. But
yeah, that one was sick.
So as I said, there's basically a massive fight scene. The bear character gets upgraded with a big minigun he carries on his shoulder. You know, so he's smacking people. He's like spraying people down with this massive minigun.
Backpack.
Yeah, it's like a big backpack. But then he goes full bear, doesn't he? Like we said.
And then it turns into like an automatic turret on his back, and it's like, what?
While he's running around as like a massive black grizzly bear or something, or if that's a
big brown bear.
Yeah. He's running around and he's like tearing the heads off these tank things while spraying everything down. It was pretty cool, except for the fact that he looked bad.
Yeah. It looked really CG.
That was probably the worst.
It was really bad.
Like, the worst bit about it. We said that, you know, speaking of things looking bad, pretty much all of the heroes were lame.
Yeah.
You know? Like, not interesting. The rock guy was like
boring.
Pretty boring. Like, at one point he covers himself in rocks as like a big suit. Does next to nothing, and then gets his back broken.
Yeah, that's the one I was saying about. He throws like 12 stones at him, like pebbles.
Yeah. And
then gets his back broken. It's like, mate, you should have done more.
Yeah, and just, you know, has to recover from that, and he's fine for the rest of the film. Like,
oh yeah, he gets injected by the doctor.
Just lame. The woman was pretty lame. The woman's superpowers. The bear guy was kind of lame. The knife guy, though, was probably the redeeming factor there.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was cool. Cool style, like cool powers. Sort of cool suit. Not that cool suit.
Yeah.
But, you know, at one point that character, all of our characters are like on a building that's coming down, basically. They're on the tower, and they've managed to destroy this big dome, because basically the main villain has transported this tower to a city and is now holding this whole city hostage, basically.
Yeah.
And he's trying to, with his machine powers, he's trying to redirect a massive laser. Is it to redirect a massive laser to like rule the world?
I think so. I'm guessing that was what that laser was building up. Oh, well, I guess yeah. That laser building up at the end, and then obviously that stuff happens.
So he's basically just trying to rule the world, like classic.
World domination, yeah.
So yeah, our characters are on this building and it's coming down, and our sword guy, like, he can click his swords together different ways to make different shapes, to like use them differently. So he clicks it to like a big boomerang shape, ties a rope to it, and launches it at a plane that's flying over, because, surprise, surprise, the city they're in is about to get nuked and they've got to get out. So it goes up, hits into the back of this plane, and they all just whip into the air.
Yeah.
And you were like, wait, what?
I was like, what? Like, how does that make any sense?
Yeah, they were all holding onto this skinny little
rope which was 3 people, two people, a rock guy, and a full-on grizzly bear.
Yeah, hanging onto the edge of this little rope. And
what?
Luckily, our characters, it's this knife guy, man, it realizes that the villain is just going to take control of the plane, because he can do that. He can control anything that's like a machine or anything like that. So they disconnect themselves, get a bit, like, basically...
They land in the water.
Yeah, they get pretty messed up. They're all injured, and it's then revealed that, like, their only chance to kill this guy without the government, like, nuking the city, basically, is to use Rock Guy's hidden power, which is where, if everyone touches him, he can, like, siphon their ability to make massive...
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, basically. To make a massive energy ball, which he then...
blasts towards the tower.
Yeah, blasts the place.
Which then annihilates the tower.
Yeah, it takes the whole place out.
And even the buildings around it, all the buildings around it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The town,
like,
but it's cool.
The you know, the animation's good in it.
Yeah.
But then what happens is, as the tower's coming down, it cuts to a shot of our main villain, who's pretty much at this point he's invulnerable to anything. Nothing can get him. But he's fallen from a massive height, and it's a classic, you know, cameras looking down at the villain as he's falling backwards. But as I said, our subtitles were crap. And tell us what he said, man.
Don't destroy my plan. It's my big idea. He's like, don't destroy my plan. It's my big idea. And it's like, what?
Wait, what? What was that?
That's the worst last line from a character, from a villain ever.
He was derpy though, wasn't he? Like massive.
Yeah, he looked like he was gonna go duh.
Yeah, like he was. That was pretty fun. Like we did crack up at that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And then it was like the credits hit.
Yeah, basically after that, it's like, yep, you all did good. You're all gonna separate, and it's like, whoa, you know, what if we need you? And it's like, you won't need us. They all walk away. Credits. But as the credits happen...
Oh, no, it was that woman, wasn't it? The main woman said, like, but what if we need you for the future?
Yeah.
And then they were like, and we have another... Yeah. We have another Guardian.
Oh, yeah, like, hinting, like, towards another film. I don't know if this film was successful in Russia.
I mean, that's what I was going to say what it was. If there was a sequel, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Like, just let us know if there was, because I'm curious. If there was... I'd watch it.
Yeah, because...
I'd give it a try.
I mean, the film ends, and there goes into this, like, pretty banging, pretty slapping song. And we both bop into it. And then, Tomo, you said, like, I actually really liked that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fair play.
Yeah.
Because to start with, we were both sort of, don't know about this, you know. Or don't know if we could sit through this.
Yeah.
So, that's the film. Guardians, 2017. It's got a 4.0 on IMDb. It's directed by Sarek Andresian. Give us your ratings, Tomo. I don't think there's anything else we can say about it.
I'm giving it 8.
Wow.
Solid 8.
That's good.
It loses a 2 because of the jank, jank certain points to CG. The CGI is terrible at certain points. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give it an 8.
That's still impressive. Yeah. Impressively high.
I actually like it because it's like I don't tend to watch any Marvel films, so it's, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a change and it's different. It's obviously different to what I normally watch.
That's pretty cool, man. I mean, I would say I'd probably give it like a 6 or maybe like a 5.
Yeah.
Some of it was really cool. Other parts of it were like really lame. The best bits for me were the bear character and the knife guy character. I thought that the main villain was laughable. Like, he was wearing like a big silly suit. But it wasn't like he was a monster or anything. He was just a guy in a suit of a guy that's super ripped.
Yeah.
That was it. Who had like some prosthetics and stuff. But like, that was it. So, you know, and also like I don't want to sound like it's become like a cliche these days where everyone's just seen Marvel films and they call that cinema and don't see like proper good films and stuff. But I really like the Marvel films. I really like superhero films. Went through a big phase of watching them, and I just don't think this is a good one. It's nothing to do with the fact that it's Russian or it was subtitled. I mean, we could have watched a dubbed version where they're talking English.
But I always feel like this, so they're worse.
Exactly. You just never ever watch a dubbed version of a film. Always watch it in its original.
Yeah, they're literally the worst.
Yeah, they're just so bad. I mean, some of them can be good, but yeah, for the majority they're bad.
Anytime ever similar, they're bad.
So it was nothing to do with the fact that we were reading subtitles, although the subtitles were bad and they were tiny because we were watching on some random website.
Yeah.
So I give it a 5. There's
Nice.
not really much else I can say about this one. I probably would recommend that you, the listener, check it out.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
I think you may like it, you know, especially if you do like the Marvel films or, you know, the DC movies or anything like that. I think you're probably going to like it. Whether you like dubbed or not, you know. It's a bit of fun, basically, at the end of the day. It's a bit of good old Russian fun.
Yeah.
So, I think we've come to the end of another episode of Dude What Podcast, bro.
Hell yeah, man. It's a good episode.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed doing this one, man.
Yeah.
We had a pretty good time when I was watching it. You know, I'm definitely looking forward to doing another episode soon, man, hopefully.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
There may be a bit of a gap for like a week or so or something, but you, the listener, shouldn't mess the schedule, basically.
No.
We're good for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that's it, everybody. I've been Harry Dowling.
And I've been Tomo.
And this has been Dude What Podcast.
Dude What?
We hope you enjoyed this episode. You can visit our Instagram account at Dude What Podcast. That's DUDEWUT Podcast. And you can also email us at dudewhatpodcast@gmail.com. That's DUDEWUT Podcast@gmail.com. See you next time. Dude, what?